Mrs. Tasha, it's me, Jake. I just arrived back in Meadowvale. It's been ages since I've walked down this old dirt road.
Jake, my word, is that really you? I never thought I'd see your face again. Come closer. Let me look at you.
I know, I've been gone too long. I miss the quiet, the trees, and even the wind in these fields. How have you been?
Oh, I've had my troubles. My back aches more than it did last year. The roof of my old house still leaks when it rains, but I manage.
I heard rumors that something strange has been happening around the village. Disappearances in the forest. My mother hinted at some frightening tales before she passed.
Yes, child. There's been talk of folks wandering into those dark woods and never coming out. First it was some wandering peddler, then a farmhand looking for mushrooms. Most recently, a young mother named Helen.
Helen? I don't think I remember her. Did she just move here?
She came from the next county, but she married into the Miller family. Lived a little farther down the road toward the swamp. Sweet girl. She left behind a baby boy, I heard.
People say it's the legend of Baba Yaga. I recall those stories you used to tell me, about an old witch living in a hut on chicken legs. But that's just an old folktale, right?
I wish I could tell you it's all nonsense, but the older I get, the more I believe every legend hides a grain of truth. The forest isn't the same as when you were a boy, Jake. Something dark stirs in those marshes.
I came here for a break, but I can't ignore this. I need to figure out what's going on. Mrs. Tasha, where can I find Helen's home? Maybe I can learn something there.
Her cottage stands near the edge of the swamp. Follow the narrow path behind my garden. It winds through the birches. But please, Jake, be careful.
I'll be okay. I have to see this for myself. If someone's still out there, Helen or others, I want to help. I can't stand by while people vanish.
Watch your step, child. The forest keeps secrets no sane person should uncover.
It's getting darker under these trees. Hello? Anyone here? The path is overgrown. Who's there? I heard you. Please, I'm here to help. Show yourself. My name's Jake. I grew up in this village. I heard you'd gone missing. Is that you, Helen?
Yes, I'm Helen, but you shouldn't have come here. She'll see you. She sees everything in these woods.
Helen, you need to tell me what happened. Are you hurt?
I was looking for firewood and berries, just anything to help feed my baby. But something lured me off the path. I heard a voice whispering. Next thing I knew, I fell into a muddy hollow. Then she appeared.
She? You mean Baba Yaga?
That's what they called her in the old stories. All I know is she's an old hag with eyes like embers. She found me, said I smelled of fear. She laughed when I begged her to let me go.
So you escaped from her? How did you manage it?
I'm not sure. I remember she took me to her hut. It smelled of rotten leaves and something foul. She demanded I brew a potion, but I faked ignorance, spilled half of it. When she wasn't looking, I slipped away. I ran for hours, but I got lost, and now I'm here.
Let me help you out of these nettles. Are you badly hurt?
My arms are scratched. My ankle might be sprained. I've barely slept or eaten. I can hardly see straight.
Lean on me. We'll head back to the village. Mrs. Tasha is waiting. She can tend your wounds and...
No, we can't go back yet. She'll just take someone else in my place. My child, Thomas. He's alone at home. If she follows me there, who knows what she'll do? She'll keep hunting.
Then what's your plan? We can't just wander around the forest. You need rest, and your baby needs you.
There's an old rumor. If you confront Baba Yaga on her own ground and fulfill her twisted bargain, you can break her curse. It's the only way to be free of her. Otherwise, she'll always come for more.
So, we have to find her again? That's madness, Helen. You just managed to get away.
If I don't face her, she'll keep haunting me and the rest of the village. I can't let that happen, especially with Thomas counting on me. I need to finish this.
All right, but at least let me come with you. You shouldn't do this alone.
Thank you, Jake. I'm terrified, but I've got no choice.
Helen, do you see that flicker of light past those willows?
Yes, that's how she lured me before. It looks almost like a lantern in the distance.
Stay close. I'll try not to make noise. If you feel any pain, just tell me.
Okay, it's so quiet. Where are the birds? The forest feels dead.
This part of the woods used to scare me as a kid, but it was never silent like this.
The deeper you go, the darker it feels. It's like the branches move by themselves. Wait, what's that sound?
Sounds like someone humming. Is that a woman's voice?
It's her. She's here.
Baba Yaga, let Helen go. I'm the one who came looking for you.
Oh, but she's the one I chose first. She promised me a task, and she ran away. That's not how our game works. That's not how you earn your freedom.
I never agreed to any game. You forced me.
Forced, did I? Weren't you the one who stepped willingly into my domain? Didn't you want something from me, child? To feed your hunger, to ease your woes. You all come for something.
We don't want anything from you except peace. Stop haunting this place. Let Helen go back to her child.
Bold boy, aren't you? Do you know what it costs to make me leave? A price must be paid. You can't march into a witch's hut and expect me to wave you goodbye.
Then name your price, Baba Yaga. I'm not running anymore.
Courageous, yes, but so foolish. Very well, I'll make a bargain. There's an herb that grows at the heart of the swamp, bloodroot with petals the color of dusk. Bring me that herb, and I'll release my hold on your soul.
That's it? We just find a plant?
Fetch it from the center of the bog, where my dear sisters sleep. They don't take kindly to intruders. If you succeed, bring it here. If you fail, well, you'll be just another set of bones under the mud.
We'll do it. And once we bring you this herb, you'll lift your curse from me and everyone else?
You have my word, child. But do hurry. The swamp loves new victims.
Let's go, Helen. The sooner we start, the sooner this ends.
I'm scared, but let's just move. I can't live with this fear forever.
The ground is getting softer. Watch your step. It's like quicksand.
My ankle still hurts, but I'll manage. We have to be careful not to sink. I've heard stories of people vanishing in these marshes.
The smell is awful. Rotting vegetation and something else. Sulfur, maybe?
I see reeds and stagnant pools everywhere. Is that a shape floating over there?
It could be just a log. Let's not get too close. We should look for a clearing, somewhere sunlight might hit. That's where the rare plants usually grow.
Wait, I see a faint glow. Straight ahead, near that twisted old tree. Do you think that's the place?
Either that's where the herb is, or it's another of her illusions. We'll never know if we don't check.
Yes, let's go. Carefully.
Helen, you're limping worse. Lean on my shoulder. We'll make it. If you need to rest, tell me.
We can't stop now. It's not far. Look at that trunk. It's hollow, and there's a circle of mushrooms around it.
The air feels colder here. See that patch of crimson petals? Could that be bloodroot?
It matches what she described. Dark red petals shaped like a star, but it's surrounded by muddy water.
I can wade through it. Hang on to this branch so you don't slip.
Be careful, Jake. If you sink, I might not be able to pull you out.
I'm going slowly. The mud's up to my knees, but I can reach it. Yes, got it. It's heavier than I expected. The roots look almost like veins.
Let's get out of here. I don't like the way those shadows move behind the trees.
We have what she wants. I just hope she keeps her word.
We have no other choice but to try.
You're alive. Impressive. Do you have my bloodroot?
Yes, right here. Take it.
The smell of potent magic. My sisters will be disappointed I'm using it without them. But so be it.
Now lift the curse. Leave me and my child in peace.
Not so fast, dear Helen. This is only the first part of the bargain. You ask me to break my hold on you, but that requires more than just a root. It requires the truth of your own heart.
What does that even mean? Stop playing riddles.
I sense regret, fear, and guilt in her soul. That negativity is what binds me to her. As long as she wallows in it, I remain.
What do you want me to do? Confess? I didn't do anything wrong except try to feed my baby.
How convenient a lie can sound, child. You ventured into the forest because you resent your lonely life. You cursed the day you married into that poor family. You dreamed of a better fate. Didn't you wish for a way out?
Helen, you don't have to answer her. She's manipulating you.
I did feel trapped. My husband died soon after Thomas was born, and the farm wasn't yielding enough. I was desperate, but that doesn't mean I want to harm anyone.
Desperation, resentment, sorrow, they taste delicious. I feed on them. If you truly want to break free, you must let go. Renounce your bitterness.
Then I renounce it. I don't care about my past regrets. I want to live, to raise my son. He's all that matters.
Words alone won't suffice, dear. Show me your sincerity. Plunge that bloodroot into your flesh. Merge with the very essence of the swamp. Only then can you sever our connection. Go on. Press it to your heart.
No, that's insane. Helen, don't do this. It could kill you.
A life for a life, boy. That's always the rule. If she truly wants freedom, she must be willing to risk everything.
Jake, let me do this. If I don't, I'll never be free. I'll always live in fear that she'll come back for me or for Thomas.
Is there no other way?
None that will truly set her soul free. Well, child, I'm waiting.
Then, so be it. I can't spend my life haunted by this. I won't let my baby grow up motherless. I won't hide from nightmares anymore.
Helen, I'm with you. Whatever happens, just remember that.
Thank you, Jake. I'll do this quickly. Here goes. Ah, it's burning me.
Yes, feel it sink into your skin. The bloodroot draws out your darkest regrets. Painful, isn't it?
Helen, talk to me. Can you stand?
It feels like fire under my ribs, but also like something is leaving me. My chest is throbbing. My mind feels clearer, lighter.
Good, good. I sense the bitterness draining away, fueling the magic of the root. What a feast for me.
Take it. Take all that darkness. I won't keep it anymore.
Brave words. Let me taste. Ah, sorrow laced with guilt, spiced by rage. Delicious. But your spirit still stands firm, child. Fine. You've proven yourself.
She did what you asked. Now end this curse.
I keep my promises, boy. The threads connecting me to Helen are severed. She can go.
Will you keep tormenting this village?
Oh, I've no interest in the rest. Not now. You were the one who drew my eye. But if others wander into my domain with hatred or despair in their hearts, I'll welcome them too. That's how it's always been.
Then we're leaving. Come on, Helen. Lean on me. You must be exhausted.
Go, child. Cherish your freedom. And remember, all magic has a cost. You paid yours today in pain and courage.
And you remember this, Baba Yaga. I'm no longer afraid of you. Jake, I feel drained, but somehow I can breathe. It's like a weight lifted off me.
You look pale. We'll get you home. Mrs. Tasha can bring water, bandages, and I'll see if Dr. Whitman can help with your ankle.
I'm worried about Thomas. I left him with my neighbor 3 days ago. Oh God, I have to get to him.
We'll go straight there. Don't worry. Your child needs you healthy, so stay calm.
Thank you, Jake. I never imagined a stranger would risk so much for me.
I couldn't turn away. I grew up with stories about that forest, but I never thought I'd experience them firsthand.
Me neither. It's horrifying, but also strangely enlightening to face your worst fears.
Let's keep moving. The path gets easier after this hollow. We're almost there.
I recognize that big oak. We're close to the farmland. Is that a light near the old well?
Yes, that must be Mr. Miller's place. Look, there's someone coming. It might be your neighbor.
I'm all right. Well, not entirely, but I'm alive. Is Thomas safe?
He's with me. He's sleeping now, but he's fine. Praise be, you're back. Quickly, come inside. You look terrible.
Please help her. She's injured.
I just need rest. Maybe some herbal tea and a moment with my child.
Of course, let me fetch a blanket. Jake, was it? Thank you for bringing her home.
I'm just grateful we made it out.
Can I see Thomas? I want to hold him.
He's in the crib, right here in the corner. Poor little one's been crying for you at night.
Oh, my sweet boy. Mama's here. I'm so sorry I left you. I'll never do that again, I promise.
Helen, I'll step outside. You need a moment with your son.
Jake, thank you. I truly mean it.
Let's give her a minute. She's been through a lot. You look shaky yourself, Jake. Sit down.
My heart is still pounding. I thought we'd never get out of there. I don't think I'll ever look at these woods the same way.
I don't doubt it. Tell me, is there anything we should do? The village is frightened.
For now, avoid going into the swamp alone. Baba Yaga isn't gone, but I believe she's lost interest in Helen. She might leave us alone unless someone else stirs up her attention.
Then we'll spread the word to be careful. God willing, that'll be enough.
Yes, this might sound strange, but facing her felt almost like stepping into an old nightmare. She thrives on our fears and resentments.
I wish these were just tales. I grew up hearing them, but never believed. Now, I'm not so sure.
We saw things I can't explain, but I know we have a chance to live without her shadow now.
You should both rest. I'll fix some supper. The smell of stew might bring a little comfort.
Thank you. I appreciate it more than you know.
Jake, can I talk to you for a moment?
Of course, how's Thomas?
Fast asleep in my arms. He doesn't even know I was gone. I hope he won't remember any of this.
He's safe now. That's the important thing.
I owe you my life. No one else came looking for me. I can't repay that debt, but I promise you have a friend in me always.
You don't owe me anything, Helen. I did what anyone with a conscience would do.
Well, you risked yourself, especially with that horrible hag. How are you feeling?
Shaken, but I'll be all right. Facing pure evil does that to you, I guess.
Mrs. Tasha was right about the forest changing. If we spread the word, maybe people will respect its dangers.
Yeah, and if any fool decides to chase after legends, at least they'll know what they're up against.
I should remain here for a while. Thomas needs stability and I need to heal, but I'd like to talk more once I've recovered.
I'll be around for a bit. I only came to the village for a short visit, but I think I'll extend my stay. Seems like there's more to learn.
You're always welcome, though I doubt you'll want to wander those woods again anytime soon.
No, I've had enough of that for the moment.
Helen, I brought you some soup, and Jake, here's a bowl for you as well.
Thank you. This is wonderful. I haven't eaten properly in days.
Smells amazing. I didn't realize how hungry I was until just now.
Let me know if you need anything else. I'll be right outside cleaning up.
Helen, try to eat slowly. You've been through a lot.
I will. I still can't shake the memory of that hut, of those eyes.
Those red, glowing eyes? She definitely isn't just a story, but I think she'll stay away for a time.
Jake, do you think she ever truly leaves, or does she just wait?
I suspect she waits until someone else full of fear or anger wanders too close.
Then maybe the real lesson is that we have to face our own darkness before it draws her to us.
I think so. Baba Yaga preys on that darkness.
I just hope no one else has to make the choices I did.
If they do, maybe your story will help them find courage.
Thank you, Jake, really. Now I need rest.
Get some sleep. I'll check on you in the morning.
Jake, my boy, you're alive. Did you really go into that swamp for Helen?
Yes, and we found her. She's safe now, resting with her baby.
I feared the worst. Bless you, child, for your bravery. But you look pale.
I'm just tired, Mrs. Tasha. My mind keeps replaying everything. Baba Yaga is real.
I'm not surprised. I've always suspected. The old stories, they're there for a reason.
We confronted her, made a bargain, and brought back a bloodroot from the swamp.
That old hag, she loves to test a person's soul. Did she keep her word?
She freed Helen from her curse, but she also hinted she might claim another victim if they wander near her domain, filled with fear.
I'll tell the villagers. We must be vigilant.
Yes, make sure no one goes alone. If they must enter, they should do so with a clear mind.
What will you do now, Jake? You can't stay forever.
I'll remain for a while longer just to help out. Then maybe I'll go back to the city, but my perspective has changed. I can't ignore the possibility of dark forces. It's humbling.
You did a great thing, child. I'll pray we've seen the last of that crone for a good long while.
I hope so. It's It's strange. I feel relieved yet uneasy. I guess that's the price of knowing these myths are real.
Try to rest. You're no use to anyone in this state.
Thank you, Mrs. Tasha. I'll see you in the morning. Helen, how are you feeling today?
Stronger. My ankle still aches, but I'm managing. Thomas is in good spirits.
That's wonderful. Listen, if you need anything, food, repairs, just let me know.
You've done so much already, Jake, but I won't turn down some help around the farm. It's been neglected.
I'm happy to help. Are you sleeping better?
Surprisingly, yes. Last night was the first time in days I didn't dream of that hut.
I'm glad. Maybe the hold she had on your mind is truly gone.
I hope so. I feel sadness, sure, but not that crushing despair. I can think about the future now.
That's exactly what you need to do. Focus on raising Thomas, living your life. She thrives on fear. Don't give her any.
Right. I won't let that forest define me.
Hey, morning, you two. Helen, you look brighter already.
I feel it. Any news from the village?
There's talk about you, obviously. Some are calling it a miracle you survived.
It wasn't a miracle, trust me. But maybe it'll help people believe the stories and be cautious.
We all appreciate it. Now, Helen, if you're up to it, the Miller property needs a bit of care. The horses haven't been fed since you vanished.
I'll see to them. Jake, would you help me with the bales of hay?
Of course, just show me where.
The stable is behind that shed. Watch out for the broken boards.
Got it. The hay's a bit damp, but I'll manage. Let's see. We can get the trough filled with water first.
Yes, the pump is over there. Thomas, be good and stay where I can see you. Mama's here, sweetie. Stay right by the door, okay? Jake, just pile the hay near the stalls.
Sure thing. So, Thomas is about 2 years old?
Yes, almost 2. He's growing so fast. I've got to be strong for him now.
You will be. This place might need repairs, but it's home.
Home. Indeed it is. Thank you for not judging me. I know I said some things in the forest.
We all have regrets. The important thing is you're here and you're moving forward.
Yes, that's what matters.
I think that's enough for now. Let's get you inside to rest your ankle.
Thank you, Jake. If it weren't for you, I don't think I'd be standing here.
Just promise me you'll take it easy.
I will. And you, take some time for yourself. You haven't exactly had a relaxing vacation.
No, definitely not the vacation I expected. But I'm grateful in a strange way. It reminded me that life isn't just about city lights and a paycheck.
Sometimes it takes facing down a legend to realize what truly matters.
Exactly. Let's go inside. I'll brew some tea.
That sounds wonderful. Thomas, come on in. We'll have a little family time. Just you, me, and Uncle Jake.
Jakey?
Yes, little man, I'll answer to that.
He's already attached to you. Maybe you'll stick around as an honorary uncle.
I'd like that. It feels good to belong somewhere again.
Then stay as long as you need. We can rebuild our lives together in a sense.
Deal. I'll keep watch for any sign of you-know-who.
I doubt she'll come here. We gave her what she wanted, but it doesn't hurt to be cautious.
Exactly.
There you are, children. Mind if I join you?
Of course not, Mrs. Tasha. Have some tea with us.
We were just talking about, well, everything that happened.
I'm relieved to see you both safe. Our neighbors are still trembling at the thought of a witch in the woods, but at least you two found a way to break free.
I can feel my fear fading. I hope the rest of the village can find peace too.
Time heals wounds. People will move on, as they always do, but we'll stay alert.
That's all we can do. If anyone starts seeing lights in the swamp or hearing voices, we'll warn them to stay away.
Indeed. Jake, how long are you staying this time?
I'm not sure. Long enough to help Helen and Thomas get back on their feet. Then, we'll see. The city may have to wait.
This place could use a strong young man around. I'm sure your parents would be proud if they could see you now.
That means a lot. I wasn't always proud of my past here, but I've changed.
We all change when life forces us to face our demons.
Well, I'll let you get back to your tea. I just wanted to check on you. I'll be at my cottage if you need me.
Thanks, Mrs. Tasha.
Thank you. Jake, I keep thinking, should I have done something differently? Could I have escaped without involving you?
Number you did what you had to. Sometimes we need help to survive a nightmare.
You're right. I guess I'm just processing it all.
Take your time. We went through a lot, but we're alive, we're free, and Thomas has his mother.
Yes, that's what matters most. I'll keep reminding myself every day.
Do you ever wonder if Baba Yaga lost something when she let you go? Like part of her power?
She absorbed my negative emotions, so maybe. But evil doesn't just vanish. She might be weaker, or she might seek a new source.
For now, though, we have peace.
That's enough. I'll hold on to it.
I'll grab more water for the kettle. Then we can plan tomorrow's chores.
All right, tomorrow. That sounds lovely.
Mama hungry.
I'll fix us some supper. Jake, would you mind fetching some vegetables from the garden?
Of course, be right back. Got some potatoes and carrots. The soil is good here, though it's a bit overrun with weeds.
We can pull them up later. Let's just be normal for a while.
Yeah, normal is underrated.
Jake, do you think you'll ever tell people in the city about what happened here?
I doubt they'd believe me. Maybe I'll just say I helped a friend in need. The details can stay in the forest.
That's probably best. The last thing we want is thrill seekers or reporters poking around.
Agreed. Let's protect the peace we've fought for.
And if she ever does come back, we'll stand strong. I'm not the same scared woman anymore.
You'll never be that woman again. Neither of us will.
Then to our future, quiet, humble, and free.
To the future.